Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat and I'm back. My topper I think is fine. I did add splatters in gold, which I didn't think of until I turned my camera off. And then I also painted these little centers gold. I just thought that would be lovely, but I will attach it on there. I think it's going to be just fine because it's dried nicely and everything looks pretty stuck down to me. So that will be my topper. But today, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to set this actually all aside because we're going to make some random sort of clusters. And I got this idea a while back. I've done this before from Retired 21 on Instagram. And she has made these before and I've copied them before and I love them. So anyway, you can go check her out on Instagram if you'd like to. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use some of my funny little dot paper because it doesn't get more random than that. And it'll add some nice color. And some of these I might just make and have, and other ones I might decorate for the fairy journal. So we shall see what we get. But I just have this as a starting point. You can see it's all torn. This is just that children's manila drawing paper. It's kind of a great base for a lot of things. And then I'm going to put the paper on there, but it's not going to be like perfectly edge to edge and square and all those kind of things. It's meant to sort of be, you know, hanging over and all that. And I just love these and I forget about them. And I've only done them the one time. And then I was thinking about it the other day and then she did that again. Sorry, that was my vacuum. My husband's doing something in the garage and it made a noise. I jumped. I don't know that you guys noticed I jumped, but I did. Sounded like a big old hissing snake. So I'm just going to glue kind of like one side, and then what I will do is stitch around it. Hold on just a minute. Okay, sorry. Like I said, my husband's down in the garage and he's running, we have a central vacuum cleaner and he's running it, and that makes the one that's in my office turn on, or my craft room, because, you know, it's all attached together. So you have to unplug one in one room to get the one in the other room to work. Yeah, so anyway. I have no idea what I was talking about, but anyhow, these are fun and colorful, or can be colorful, but interesting, because if you use just scraps of whatever you got, then they kind of turn out cool. I mean, this isn't like, I'm sure other people have done this stuff too. It's just, I always get reminded by hers because I follow her and I get, you know, I see what she's posted. And I like these. Probably smart not to put glue all the way to the edge, but I always do, and I don't know, it'll be fine. And then I might use some other things. I've got this, and I'm pretty sure this is in my, I think it's the Toad kit, which is Croak is what it's called in my Etsy shop. It's either the frog or the toad, but I'm pretty sure this one was in the Toad. But it just has all kinds of neat, like, scientific posters or whatever. So I think we'll just use a piece of one of these. With the different eggs is cool. I might leave that one hanging up there further. My daughter came over to visit, and she was going ice skating with friends, and then she's going to come back and have dinner with us. So I'm a little off today just because I didn't plan for all that. I mean, it's awesome. I love it when they come, my kids, but anyway. I have wanted to do this, so I was like, this is perfect because it doesn't take a ton of planning. I mean, I had to dig through some of my junk to find scraps, but that's not hard. I could wallpaper my house with scraps. And this is Joy Card Makers. I recognize that. This was his orange month, his freebies on Ko-fi. So if you don't get these, or, you know, if you haven't been over to Joey's Ko-fi is what I should say, pop over there because he has some really cool freebies that he does. Let me put a piece of this under here first, just to cover the manila paper up. And then a lot of people would say, well, then what in the world do you do with these? You can use these as pockets. You could do hidden paper clips and then, you know, like clip a tag to a page. You could turn them into journaling cards if you like wanted to top them on top of some. I mean, you could do it on here, but I've hung it over. So if you don't want it hanging over, then definitely get a bigger piece of paper, which is probably what I should have done. But I didn't know how big I was going to do these. So maybe don't do it exactly like I do it. I'm most likely going to have mine be pockets or, like I said, paper clips or something. So I don't really care what the back looks like. But you definitely can make them much neater and cleaner. Yeah, I like that. It brings out some of the colors in the eggs. They're just fun because I use up scraps. And if you're like I am, you've got... I mean, I literally have just boxes full of scraps, and I'm not kidding. So anytime I can do something where I get to use some of those up, I'm very happy about that. And I'm just going to kind of scrape some of this glue off, and it'll dry, and then it won't matter. So there's one, and we'll decorate one, but let's get some covered first, and then we'll worry about all that. Maybe I'll go a little smaller. Maybe. Probably not. Now this isn't technically scraps, I guess, but it's just random book pages, so we'll use those. These kind of projects are always kind of freeing too, because you definitely don't have to worry about size or, you know, how you're putting whatever on. It doesn't matter. Just wing it and put some stuff down and you're good. It's easy that way. Try not to get the edge so much this time. Have it, you know, you do your, what you normally do, and don't think about it. Oh, fabric is the other thing. Yeah, we can add some fabric to some of these. This is like player piano paper. Well, it's not like player piano paper. It is player piano paper. My husband's playing his music very loud in the garage too, so if you hear it, now he's being the loud neighbor. We may end up moving our Glowforge to the garage, which would be fantastic because he likes to cut wood, as I've mentioned before. And he does more of those type of projects, and it just gets too smoky. Even with we have it, a fan invented and all those kind of things, but it's just too much for indoors. So I kind of am rooting for that. I don't know that it'll always stay down there because winter can be rough on them, that you got to keep them kind of warm. Well, not warm, but not garage temperature. How's that? So we shall see. Oh, I did the glue all the way to the top again. What else? Some gold would be good. This is just book page that I painted with that gold paint that I had left over. And that worked well, I must say. So this one I feel like you could, I mean, it would work in this journal, but it would work in a lot of journals. And this is another one of those things where the stitching at the end really sort of adds something to it. Let's add. That one's kind of big. They look cool with labels on them. And like I said, I think I'll add a piece of fabric to this one, maybe. This is supposed to be Christmas holly, you know, fabric, but I kind of like the green of it, so I'm going to put it on here. It's just very subtle. Like, I don't think it screams Christmas, so we're going with it. And I'm just going to use a glue stick to hold it on for now because it's going to get stitched. A little stitcheroony. And I'll kind of just crazy stitch around them and they will be ready to go. Kind of like those, they look like V's upside down, but I like those, so I think I'm going to put it over here more. And again, once it's stitched around, it'll all hold down fine. So that's another one. And then you could add, you know, this is the thing about it. If you make a bunch, you can like add a bird, add a fairy, add a Tim Holtz person. I mean, it's endless, right? You could just do all kinds of things with them. Add frog. So the fairy's a little bit tall probably for this one maybe, but it would work. And then you'd add a frog. So you can do whatever you want with them after you make a bunch of them. This paper isn't far different from that paper there. Maybe I'll do this on there. Some ledger. Now let's do a little ink on that. You don't have to ink them if you don't want ink them. Oh, I just did it again. Y'all, I need brain help, I'm telling you. I cannot remember not to put the glue on certain spots. Let's see, what else do we have? Maybe I just want part of this. So this journal collaboration, if you're just joining me for the first time, is an open collaboration. So if you want to use one or both of my Fay kits and make a journal any size, you can make a tag journal, you can make a big journal like I'm making, whatever you feel like. You can make a journal, post on Instagram or YouTube if you have those things and want to do that. If you just want to make it for yourself, obviously, definitely feel free to do that. But post with the hashtag fayjournal either here on YouTube or on Instagram, and that way other people that are, you know, making things can, and I can also see what you made, and that just makes it a lot of fun. So if that's something you want to do, feel free to do that, and please check out the other ladies that are making things. There's Carol Laws, Nancy Pitter, Mitzie at 307 Junk Journals, and Linda at Handmade Iowa. And they would love it if you popped over to their channel and checked out what they're up to. They're doing awesome things. So you don't want to miss it if you are enjoying this. It's just fun to see what other people made and all that. This is just a dictionary page that I have. Actually, my sister might have done these. Yeah, I think she did. Jelly plate with leaves. So, yeah, feel free to join in, but please definitely check out the other ladies. Did I say Bexx? Bexx at Black Whisper Crafts is also doing a journal using these. But they're all listed in the description box below this video, so if you want to check it out, please do that. Trying to decide if I want to put anything on. I don't want to do all of them because I want them to be able to be used for other things as well. I feel like that one needs something else though. Still, maybe I'll use one of these because it could be in anything. Oh, fabric. That's what it needs. That is it. Strings. Yeah, my daughter had a day off of work, so her and friends from work that she doesn't get to hang out with a lot because it's like either she's at work or they're at work kind of thing. They all decided to go ice skating, so I thought that was fun. Yeah, that adds what it needed. And you'll see when they get stitched, it really... And we'll decorate one more fully, and that will help as well. The butterfly is huge, but I can use some of this up here. This is in my Croak digital, I think. I get the Ribbit and the Croak confused a lot, and the reason is because I made them both basically back to back, so it just sort of becomes a blur of which one is which. That's the only problem with doing that together like that. But I drew all the frogs and I enjoyed it so much that I just kept going, drew toads. They are fun. I think I did better this time with the glue. Just getting yourself to remember not to do that. Only took, you know, four tries. On the fourth one, I finally remembered. I think this is my grungy fall paper. That's another thing that I do get mixed up with because I have quite a few kits, fall style, that have different florals, but I like these oranges. Which is surprising because I don't normally like orange. Certain oranges are all right. I don't want that. I don't think I want that. Don't know. Oh, this green paper's cool. This was gifted to me, so I don't know what it was dyed with or anything, so I apologize. I think it was probably food coloring, but I'm not positive about that. I think I'll put it up there. Decisions. It's a problem. It is a problem. Oh, blew it with the glue on that one. I'm sure you guys are always yelling at me. If I'd pay attention, right? It would be fantastic. Not my strong suit. strings. Kind of like those hanging out there. Those are good. I could put one of these little those are very, very little. Let's see. I could do a follow your dreams. I got it there. I know I just covered up the flower, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's put it down here. I know some things, it's going to eventually get covered anyway, probably, by like a bird or whatever, so I'm just going to do this and not worry about it. Okay, so then I have 4 of them. Let's start with this one and see what we want to do. A mushroom. Oh, this little guy would be cute, huh? He would be cute. He would be cute. We need to add, I think, some wings on him. Where did I put? I think I want regular. Sorry, I'm just looking for. Why do I have this problem every time? It's because I got out a pile of stuff and I can't find what I want. Even though I know it's in here. Those wings look weird. Yeah, they're weird. All right, hold on just a minute. You guys, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Like, literally. I swear. Right next to me. Just sitting there right next to me. I will cut it apart so they won't be that. You won't, you'll see more of the wings is what I'm trying to say. I think I'm going to like this one the best, yeah. Hey, cute. That's what my daughter would say. Sorry. This is so funny how you pick up stuff that they say like that. She's 23, not like a child, not like a little child. Just she says funny things like that. Usually about the cat, so that's relevant, right? Yeah, I can't believe she's 23. She just turned 23. And my son is going to be 21 this summer, which is totally nuts. Completely crazy. All right, so you don't have to add all these things. You can obviously just have them like this, and they're totally fine. I just want to because I'm doing this fairy journal, so I want to add things from that I'm using in the journal. And these are just ideas, so obviously you can apply them how they work best for whatever the project is you're working on. Like whether it's a nature journal or a whatever kind of journal. Yeah, I think that will be cute. I don't know why I did that. Don't ask me. It's just what my brain told me to do. I'm going to scoot him down a bit. Okay, so we have one basically done. And I will go stitch around it and then I'll come back. These ones, I might go ahead and stitch around these too, just so they're stitched around, and then I can add stuff to them. I'll just kind of stay on the outside. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have stitched around. And this one I did much more kind of a neat sort of a square and stitched around the fabric a little there. This one I just went circles, 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 and you do that on your sewing machine just by doing this and moving it around how you want it if you're doing straight stitch. And you know, you probably don't want it at full speed. I mean, you do want the speed up a bit because that makes the movement easier. You're not as jolty, but just, you know, just be careful. And then this one's pretty simple. I would definitely add something there like a bird or something once I decide where it's going to go. I don't know if I'll use them all in this journal or not, but I am going to use the little boy, so we'll just deal with that at the moment. So to make an altered paper clip, if you don't know how to do that, you just take a square of, this is coffee dyed paper, tea dyed paper, whatever, and cut yourself out a square, put your paper clip the size that you want to use onto that piece of paper. And then we're just going to put the glue all over this side. This is the smaller side of the paper clip. I find that that's easier to leave the larger side out. You could also, if you're concerned about the back, and I guess I'll be concerned about it, you could use a bigger piece of paper to cover the back. Not that you have to cover every inch, because obviously that would be difficult to do with the way that you have all different lengths of paper. But just to make it look a little bit nicer, we'll go ahead and try to cover it a little bit better. So I'll take that off of there. But you could do it with just a piece of paper that size if you're making one out of something other than random sizes of paper. Like if you want to just take a piece of ephemera and turn it into an altered paper clip, you can do that. We'll make it a little nicer looking here. Okay, so that's the direction he is. I want the smaller side, like I said. And the whole trick is whether you're going to have it go onto your page this direction, if you want it to go from the top, you need to have the top part of your paper clip really like just about showing. Because if you put it down too far, all this is going to stick above your page or off to the side of your page or whatever, which you can do if you want it to hang off of your page. But if you want it to be a little more flush with your page, just make sure your paper clip stays, you know, pretty close to that edge. And I'm going to use PVA, just make sure that paper clip's going to stay in there. And I do put quite a bit of glue on the paper clip itself because it's metal, you know, and you don't want to be pulling it and just have it slide right out because that would be not fun. So I'm going to try to get it, you know, pretty close to that edge because I don't want it hanging off my page a lot. Can hang off a little bit. Gluey ooey mess is what that is. But we want lots of glue to make sure the paper clip stays. So that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's obviously not perfect, but we can do a little inking because this obviously could definitely be seen if someone just takes the paper clip off, right? I mean, it's not something you're going to see all the time, but... My daughter back already? Okay, so we'll find page, and I'm just going to put it on one for right now because I don't know where I want it yet. Oh, I bet my husband's trying to fix that. That garage door's opener is messed up. That's what he's doing, I bet. So see, that's pretty flush up against that page. And then if I take... I'm just going to do this because I have it right here. Something like this. It'll hold it. But when it's out of there, you know, it looks cute. So those make great clusters or, what do you call them? Altar paper clips. But you can also take one and glue it down, you know, like on the corner of a page. And it's kind of fun if you have some little bits hanging over. And then have it as a tuck spot. So if I just glued on these two sides, I could have it as a tuck spot. I could glue on all 3 sides and have it as a pocket, but I kind of like these type of things to be more like just a loose tuck to hold something in there. So that is what we have today, and I don't have a whole lot of anything else. I could glue the topper on there, I guess, huh? Since I'm pretty sure that's where it's going. Because it looks good. It doesn't look like anything's just going to fall off or anything. I mean, obviously it's a piece of art. It's going to have to be, you know, taken care of, not just like thrown in the back of a car or something if someone wants it to stay in good condition. But up on a shelf, it would look really cool, and obviously you can still use it. It's just, you don't want to stick it in your handbag maybe because you might lose some bits. It's a stay home journal. Not a traveling journal. I'm probably going to have to just flip it over and let it dry. It's really hard to tell. I think it's pretty centered because it's not exactly square. All right, guys. So I will let you go there. I'm going to actually take him off of here because I need to take a picture of him. That is what I have for you today. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And, or actually, when you see this, it'll go out at the same time it always does. So I hope you have a fantastic day, morning, afternoon, whenever. And I will chat with you guys again soon. Love ya. Bye.